this thing. Give thanks. Give thanks and praise to the Most High Creator of the boundless universe. Yeah, man, and his protective functions and forces in nature that guide our thoughts and our path in all ways that are lawful, correct, and positive. Give thanks and praise. Salute to our First Lady out there. Balance. We do give thanks. Yeah, man. Again, we say an international declaration. This is an amendment to the information we brought forth in a few videos before. Because we always push out information naturally. We have to do that. We can't allow no Babylonian for us to push for them Pan-African concept. We burn it and dismiss it. An international declaration for the honorable clarification of the United Kingdom and colonies is with the April 10th, 1606, First Royal Charter of Virginia. This document is dated 21st of February, 2023. Concerning the original peoples of the American Western Hemisphere, longitude 20 degree west and 160 degree east. The unlawful removal of birthright, citizenship from the original people within the American Hemisphere by the United Kingdom, British, there you go, government in 1968 and 1971, and the change of their citizenship in 1983 actually violated the rights granted them by the First Royal Charter of Virginia, April 10, 1606, at the founding of the colonies. The American Hemisphere was invaded and occupied by Spain in 1492, 1494. Then the British in 1655 occupied and confiscated our area, specifically Jamaica or Jamaica, deceptively by way of the Treaty of Tordesillas, 1494, and the Treaty of Madrid, 1670, where the British has been in occupation of the archipelago area since the 1609 wreck of the Sea Venture. Additionally, in 1611, like the King James Version Bible, in 1611, at that time when it received its third royal charter from King James I, amending the boundaries of the first colony of Virginia far enough across the Atlantic to include the American islands of the West Indies. The 1670 Treaty of Madrid, which is an arrangement between England and Spain that recognized England's possession by way of occupation in the New World or the American Hemisphere. It was one of a series of treaties between Spain and other European powers. Breadfruit, Spain. Such as Portugal and Netherlands, Dutch, recognizing effective occupation in return for promises not to trade with Spanish colonies. By 1680, European colonial powers were collaborating to restrain the activities of the buccaneers. The Treaty of Madrid superseded the 1494 Treaty of Tordesillas, which had proved unworkable and had been repeatedly violated. The new basis for determining colonial boundaries was effective possession. At the time of the Treaty of Madrid, rather than prior discovery or an imaginary line, like what Christopher Columbus did bring forward. So the Spanish come with prior discovery with Christopher Columbus, and the British side now say, yeah, we in possession, so effective possession by way of occupation. The citizenship status and rights guaranteed to settlers by King James I in the original Royal Charter of the 10th of April 1606 thereby apply to the original peoples within the American hemisphere, specifically West Indians who wish to travel to the Commonwealth countries. The British Nationality Act was amended in 1981 to correct the discriminatory act of Winston Churchill and his political party at that shameful time in our history. Now we can look at the British Nationality Act of 1948, citizenship by incorporation of territories. And here it says citizenship by descent. 1. Subject to the provisions of this section, a person born after the commencement of this act shall be a citizen of the United Kingdom and colonies by descent, if his father is a citizen of the United Kingdom and colonies at the time of his birth. Listen, when it said descent, it applied to us only by reason of from 1655 the British come around here and colonize and name this place Jamaica. So your great grandfather are British. So by descent, you're naturally a British. This is why you have dual citizenship. What them call the British. You're a citizen of the British colonies or British Commonwealth. And you can be a citizen of Jamaica. Now, we don't want to be a citizen of Jamaica because we see the chaotic state of that governmental corporation. So we don't mind being a national of the United States. So this is where our dual citizenship lie. And then we have people who can say, yo, I'm a world citizen. People, what may I try to say is this. If it can apply to any foreign man, it can apply to us. And now we have to choose to apply this thing or it benefit us. Because this is laws out there. We can't watch the new thing where them bring where, institute a lot of things for them subject slaves. Because these people are chosen to be governed by Andrew Holiness and his team. By these pseudo-political systems. These experiments. This is why it's in so much chaos. Provided that if the father of such a person is a citizen of the United Kingdom and colonies by descent only, that person shall not be a citizen of the United Kingdom by virtue of his... We can't go through all of these people. What we want to show is that according to these laws that them put in place, people, we can choose to apply according to whatever form them prescribe. And we can choose to amend what we choose to amend and direct them to documents such as this. So when people are saying, boy, I want to fly in England, when you have a basic Jamaica slave passport then, or slave pass, you're going to require all kind of permission. But when you upgrade, the permission kind of remove. And then if you even go to a much higher level and get the very document from the British consulate and the United States consulate, then you have an argument with people once they're in a lawful capacity. And that is our point of view. We don't need for being a rocket scientist to bring them things forward. It's just that most of our people, only through the ignorance. Yeah. And our people will like when people actively do the things them for us. However, myself, we don't have the information in our head so we can grasp some kind of concept of what we are dealing with. Irrespective of what I want to do for you, you're going to still lost. You're going to probably have a piece of information where when you die with you. But when you know to do it for yourself and left the very formula within your household, then, you know what I mean? That's how we correct our society step by step. We can use their own laws that are in place, their own rules and regulations that are in place. We can do that. Yeah, man. And again, we don't need to be rocket scientists. Yeah, man. We just have to look upon them documents and try comprehend the legal concept and context and terminologies being presented in front of us. That's it. The part of my like is where we reach the British Nationality Act amended. Continuance as a British subject of existing British subjects of certain description. See it? A person who immediately before commencement was a British subject without citizenship by virtue of Section 13 or 16 of the 1948 British Nationality Act shall, as from commencement, be a British subject by virtue of this section. We have a area with renunciation. We have a area talk about the Commonwealth citizenship. These are the new British Amendment, the new act, Well, the British Amendment Act, British Nationality Act that has been amended in 1981. Listen, this thing I just have me awake. I say, oh, I look on this thing this way. Look like, how wrong can I be? God don't hear nobody look at this or even pay attention to this side. Right? So how wrong can I be when me alone all the way out here? I say, yo, I see what I go on. When we're telling us that, two system at play, sometimes it's even more so. But it's how you choose to align yourself, my people. And all a document like this now is evidence we're going to court and can say, listen, I don't necessarily need a visa and all of them things that only true it now apply to me as West Indian, as Awak Indian, as American Indian. And the same thing with the American national documentation, because we share the national act we are dealing with the United States. And we know the United States is separate and distinct from the United States of America, which is still separate and distinct from America, Western Hemisphere. Yeah, man. So it's a step-by-step process, people. Again, as we said, the brave may fall, but never yield. And when I share the information with an esoteric concept, yeah, and thus try to make it as plain, as clear for our basic people. Yeah, the base one, them, we are step up to the basic level. So when the ones them have them international documentation, then can easily express themselves verbally in any situation, under any condition. Why? Because of the application of them intellectual ability. Salute to our people, the West Indian people. Yeah, specifically the island of Jamaica, now called Jamaica by the British Empire. Salute to upgraded people. Salute to smart people. These people will make the effort to remove themselves from the yoke and bondage of the imaginary enslavement and the economical entrapment. Gratitude for the time. gratitude for the moment. Boy, me I go back in my energy, you know. Yeah, man. Go back in our energy. Talk to them.